Hello everybody, welcome to a day of helping you once more with business ideas, okay, and business profitable ways and strategies to help you out here in the business world. Well, this won't be long. I want to show you how to start a profitable business. There's one way to start a business, and then there's another way to have a profitable business, and everybody want a profitable business. We don't want to just say we got a business and we got the paperwork to it and then we ain't doing nothing else with it. No, we're not going to even do that. So we're going to go ahead and begin and start this here, and we are in the month of February 2024, in case you want to know when this was recorded. Now, first things first. If I can get this. Let me go ahead and get this. There we go. Go ahead and get my presentation going here. Now, the first thing I think that I always tell my clients that they need to do is go ahead and do an assessment of where you are financially. Pull your personal credit reports from all three credit bureaus. That way, before you get started, if you need funding, and help yourself in whether you're going to get a loan or whether right now you can't afford a loan, at least you'll be able to establish in your business credit, your personal credit, so where you can even apply for some business credit outside of a loan. And you already know that I know you need a business plan. I'm going to tell you that. Now, also, along with this, getting yourself prepared with your credit, seeing what your credit score is, you want to establish you in a to-do list. The reason what this to-do list is, and you can have separate ones or you can have everything on one, but each day you're going to have a to-do list of things that you're going to accomplish when you're deciding on a major project, such as leaving your legacies or building business or whatever it is. Remember, you have to keep focused. Even if you use me as a business consultant, a business coach, or a business builder for you, you definitely need to do that. Have your to-do list. Now, we are going to decide from here what is going to be your business entity, whether it's going to be a sole proprietorship, a general partnership, C Corp, a limited partnership, or limited liability corporation, which is LLC, most popular now, or an S corporation. And note to you, if you are getting a business in 2024, if you already had one, it's totally different. If you've had a business set up before 2024, you have a year before you can have to register with the United Department of Treasury, and that's because they want to know everybody who's having to rid the money laundering and all these other kind of money crimes. They want to make sure that they know who is setting up corporations, and they want to be able to have it on file. And the first thing you need to do is, before you get that FinCEN number, and I have a couple of other videos that can tell you how to go about doing that, you may want to go ahead and get your identification number for your FinCEN. Then you can apply for your you can apply for your you can apply for your actual being registered with that company. So that's what you're going to need to do. Okay. Now, the next thing is your EIN number. And the reason why you want to get your EIN number after you go ahead and set up your business entity, because there's some questions on the EIN number application that you need to be aware of, and you need to answer correctly. So that comes after. A lot of people used to do the EIN number, then getting your business corporate, getting an LLC. No, it's just the reverse. Okay. So after you've established that, you want to go ahead and get that DUNS number. Now, that DUNS number is a unique identifier for your business. Now, your business DUNS number, and you will be able to establish this. You have to do this in this order now, because your DUNS number is going to already, somehow these systems talk together. And once you do the LLC, once you get your EIN number, and somehow, somewhere, then you will see where, and I think now it's taking like a day or so before you can get approved. It used to be, I used to do it for my clients and it'd be like right there immediately within 5 minutes, but it's changed now because there's an influx of people getting businesses nowadays. But what I was going to finish telling you about the DUNS number, that's going to be your number. It's going to help you. It's like your business Social Security number. It's going to help you establish your business, and they can tell the creditors, or they can tell the, commercial wholesalers or whoever you're doing business with your business. If having to purchase furniture, purchase inventory, if you're getting a Office Depot card, a Staples card, you're getting a Sam's Club card, all of this will be in your favor in order for you to establish credit in the long run with some of these companies. And also, you don't need it when you're getting a bank loan. Sometimes if you're not established and if you can't stand alone on your business credit by itself, you will have to be a personal guarantor. That's why I told you from the beginning of this presentation to make sure that you got your personal credit in order. Okay. Now, also, business county business license. You're going to definitely, in your county, wherever you are doing business, most counties, I'm sure all counties, they are going to require you having your county license to do business in their particular city. Okay. Now, if for those of you that don't have any space, or you don't have an address that you want to use, a virtual office is going to be advantageous for you. Now, a virtual office is going to be, workspace. It's like a workspace. And then also you can receive your mail. And then also you can possibly, if you need it for anything like support, such as having meetings and things like that, you're definitely going to need it for that. Okay. Now, the next thing is, your post office box is optional. Maybe you don't want all of your information going to a particular post office box. So you're going to, I'm not particular post office box, a particular virtual office. So you may want to do that. You may want to have a P.O. box and any kind of other solicitation. And you just may want to have a P.O. box for certain securities of your own. And you can go to the United States Postal Service and do that. Now, we are also going to talk about this next thing here, and it's called your lease agreement. Your lease agreement, if you're in a brick and mortar business yourself and you have a lease agreement, if you have to get a lease agreement, there are some things that you definitely want to be sure of. Have somebody look over it, like someone. I did a video also on this too about your lease agreement, and if you are a part of the community, you can always reach out to me and I can give it to you for as you having this particular information on the best way to have a lease agreement. Okay, the best way meant to pick out a lease agreement, and then some of the things that you want to ask. So you want to be very informative and you want to be knowledgeable of what is going to be required of you in cases like this. Okay. Alrighty. Now, also, business bank account. After you've done all of the other things that it is very mandatory for you to do, you want to definitely make sure that you have a business bank account, because you're going to be transactional wise, you're going to be using your business bank account in order to be able to handle business when it comes down to you establishing your business and establishing your credit and things like that. And then also, I did not say this, but along the way, I want you to make sure that as you're being an entrepreneur, you want to be able to get an establishment and paying yourself. For one, being an entrepreneur, don't just take money out of your business account, your business bank account, and just use it as your personal income. Have yourself as a salary as soon as you can. And this is why it is so important to have your business structure correctly, have systems in place where you can pay yourself and let your business income run on its own, and have you could be the one working for the business, because you can create your own job working for your own self, so you can be an employee in your own business. And setting that all up, I'll show you how to do all of that if you were one of my clients and we were working together, and so things like that. And then also having more than one business bank account. For instance, when you are establishing your business bank account, you can open up more than one account, have one, maybe 35% of the income that comes into your business, having that and set aside into an account, which you can an account that can be called your for your taxes. Then have an operating account, spending account. Then you can have a payroll account, or maybe you can have a miscellaneous account of when you're spending and breaking down the percentages spending money in your business. And that's just a hint, and that's just a good way of doing business, having your business structured so where you can be, remember from the beginning I said, a profitable business. And so many other opportunities can come your way. And once you're organized, you won't be all over the place, and you won't be so scatterbrained and just thinking, oh goodness, you just have yourself smoothly organized in this area. And then also back to this. Okay, now a website. Some businesses require websites. Some of my clients that I work with, I build a website, help them build their websites or get, outsource it or whatever the case may be. But a lot of times you would need a website, and it would be good to have a website, especially if you want to house specific things for your business, or for your client's business, or for you. For instance, if you are one of the ones that starting a bit, going to have the business, you can set up your basic website so where they can go there and pull the information and get what they need. And then, whatever you have, if it's things that you're selling or product and services, however the case may be, that's your means of them connecting with your business on a different level. And then also, a lot of businesses, no matter what you are doing, products, knowing your products, knowing how to price your products. If you have services, knowing how to price your services, but knowing what products it's going to take for you to run your business and operate your business effectively, efficiently, and strategically. Okay. Now, services. Whatever services you're going to offer, you need to know exactly what they're going to be. So, and then as your business grows, you can add on some things, but there's a basic thing that when you first think about a concept or idea, there is things that you definitely need to know, and you definitely need to know, for one, and then you definitely need to be able to convey someone that is, that is out there, that are out there needing your services and things like that. So let's not forget about that. Okay. Alrighty. Now, equipment. There may be certain equipment that you need. Let's say, for instance, if you have a leased office, you may have equipment that you're going to need to make sure your business runs smoothly, whether it be shipping equipment, whether it be office supplies, office things that you're going to need. You may need your printer. You may need a computer. You may need, and a lot of these things are write-offs, the depreciation write-offs, but a lot of them are write-offs. And then also there's going to be a lot of stationary things that you're going to need from the beginning of you establishing this enterprise or whatever your business is that you're going to have. So also, vendors is going to be those, like, let's say wholesalers. These are vendors or people that you're going to need in order to be able to fulfill that business direct. Maybe I would say getting raw material from, let's say, for instance, like with me, when I make my body butters, when I make my things for, my shampoos for my other business that I have, when I make those things for that, I have vendors that I reach out to. They have all of my supplies and all of the things that I need in order to be able to make all my raw materials and to make my product a one complete unit, so where I can bring it to market. So you have vendors when you have businesses like that. Products that you're selling, other things that you may need raw materials for whatever kind of business you have. You're going to need, let's say, for instance, if you're somebody that may you have a business that create journals or something, you're going to have to buy the machine. You're going to have to buy products. You're going to have to buy paper. You may have to buy all kind of little fancy stickers and things like that, so I'm just using that one as an example, but there's so many ways that you need a vendor. If you're, growing something, if you're herbalist or something like that, you're going to have vendors that you're going to have to get material. You're going to have to get the products from in order to make the jars. You're going to have to get your herbs from, the list goes on and on and on. You get what I'm saying. Now, suppliers, there's maybe sometimes that there's going to be suppliers that you're going to need to connect with. Every business doesn't need this. There's going to be times when you are going to have to go places that's going to, like a Home Depot's or Lowe's. They have things that you're going to need in the beginning. Like, let's say, for instance, somebody in a lawn care service business, they're going to have to go somewhere and get these big machines, and they're doing all kind of tools. They would need to go there, and like the big wholesales like Sam's and Costco's and BJ's and places like that, you would need to go there and get the raw material or get the tools that you need so you can be able to create and generate your product or service. Now, a team. I always say teamwork make the dream work. Together, everyone achieves more. Now, you will, as you grow and as you get out here, just keep this in mind. You may not start off this way, but here again, may need employees. You may need a subcontractor, or you may need someone that's going to be in-house, or you may need to hire someone that's going to help you with your payroll with the employees, someone that's going to be, and until you get there, you may have to be all of these into one yourself, but I just want you to keep this in the back of your mind, that this is an important group of people that with skill sets that your businesses definitely will benefit from needing, outside of a few more. But this, in order for it to be profitable, this is a team, part of the team that you don't want to forget about, that you will need eventually. Okay. Now, resumes. Resumes is going to be good to help you. Let's say, for instance, it's going to help convince, even if you're getting grant money, grant funding, everybody that's a part of your team and everybody that's going to be a part of this venture, this opportunity, a resume would be good. And then also a description of what are they doing, for your job description for them is going to be able to help you win grants. I've seen this before when I help clients, when I'm working with clients that win grants. This is a good thing. The management team, they want to know how strong that team is, and that's so important too as well. Now, a loan application, getting approved, meaning knowing what is going to be required. This is not going to be all the case for you to have a profitable business, but a lot of times you may be in a need for a loan in your business. If you get a government contract, you may need, because most of them do net 30, you may need to get a loan to be able to pay your staff, 2 weeks before, have that money in reserve, so where you can pay the people and get the contract done. If you were awarded a contract and they say, they're not going to pay you until 30 days later, well, you may have to get a loan. It don't have to be an extensive loan, extensive amount of a loan, but the loan is going to help you to move forward and not miss out on the opportunity. So that's why from the beginning I said, get your credit together, get those credit reports and see what's going on, so where you won't come down the road in your business and miss an opportunity. Now, this is the meat and potatoes of a business, the marketing plan. The marketing plan is it's the lifeblood of the business. It's one of the things that you got to be ongoing at all times. You got to continuously work on this. You got to continuously do a lot of things to grow your business. You got to continuously know what's going on. You got to always continuously keep your ear on the pulse of what's going on in your industry, specifically in things that's going on around the world, in the marketplace. And I'm going to give you a little hint, and I'm going to give you a little strategy that you should not forget when you are out here marketing your business. Anybody you're connected with, or any company that you're connected with that is going to be a vendor, a supplier, or someone associated with your business, I would advise you to always know what's going on with them in the news. If they're on the stock market, knowing what's going on with them in this industry, knowing everything that you need to know about the company. So that is going to be a part of you too, to help you with the marketing, knowing what's going on in the news, seeing what's the behavior of your consumer or your niche market. That is so important, and that way you can find out ways to market to them. A lot of things y'all think are silly. A lot of things y'all think that people just do randomly, and no, they're strategic in their ways of marketing, and they're putting their marketing plan into effect. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. And in marketing, you have search engine optimization strategies. You have tools that you need in marketing. You have the standard, the wording in marketing. You have a branding. You have a certain look. You have a mood. You have a part of your brand is your coloring. All of this is a part of marketing. Your consistency. There's so much. We can go on and on and on about that. Now, there's also a part of this, and it's kind of like an extension of marketing. It's that email campaign, having email campaigns to let people know that you exist. If a lot of us that we're on social media, we need to be able to pull them from social media with our email campaign or email marketing and things like that. So we can have them in our ecosystem, and we can have them directly contacting us in case our page go down. And then all the people that follow us and all of the likes that we have, and people be wondering, well, where did they go to? They just fell off the face of the earth. Maybe sometimes that's not the case. Maybe something really happened with the social media. So that way you want to be always into the marketing, into the email marketing to help you with that. And then also a lot of times when you're out here servicing and then you're in business, you say, hey, you guys want to do a transaction with a consumer, you and the consumer, the business to the consumer transaction. You want to have a payment processor, right? So you want to make sure that you have a payment processor so you can collect the monies and the funding to the services and the products that you have to offer to your new customers, okay? And then also you want to keep up with your accounting, your business accounting. That is something that you want to keep up with. So in the future, when you get ready to go get more funding, you're getting ready to file your taxes, you're getting ready to be accountable and be responsible business owners, as I know that you want to be out here, you will definitely want to make sure that you have an appropriate accounting software. So you want to make sure that you know all of this, and before you take it to an account, take it to a CPA, an attorney, or however, whatever you're going to need in the near future to take it, to have it, like I said, to the IRS or whomever you're going to take it to. Yes, and then this is what you're going to need to make sure that you're familiar with. Now, that's like I mentioned earlier, we definitely not going to leave social media out. You want to make sure that you secured your name. Once you come up with your name for your business, you want to make sure that it's secure. Your social media platforms are secure. You don't want anybody to steal get your name, and then you find out, oh my goodness, I can't even use this name. Oh my mind. You don't want to be confused. You've come up with a name and then somebody else got your social media handles. You don't want that to happen. So this is a very important thing too, being able to establish and give your profile, so where you can have that set up. There's going to take a little time to do that, and then start learning how to post, or either hire somebody to do the specific posting for you and let people know. A lot of businesses now, even the major companies, the major businesses know that social media is more widely used now for business than any other outlet. So, we still have our traditional television, we still have our traditional other things, but we want to make sure that we're using the social media. And this is a good way to help you get the word out there about your business, so people can be aware. Build your list back from emailing, like I mentioned to you earlier. Have, information out there for your potential customers and clients, so where they can know you exist. right? Okay, now a lot of people say, oh, that's so outdated. Brochures and business cards. No, brochures and business cards are not outdated. A section of your buying base, I'm sure you may, let's say for instance, if you're going to a workshop somewhere, you're going to a workshop, you're setting up a vendor booth, you want to have some literature. If not a whole lot, you at least want to have some there, because everybody may not be, tech savvy as much. And a lot of people, you may have a buying base of retired business owners. They like to pick up things and read them and see them, and then they still like business cards. So don't forget about the brochures and the business card. You may not order as many as I would say you used to do, but still include them as a part of your marketing material. Okay. Now, the balance sheet. Now let's talk about a little bit about finances here again for your business. You definitely want to make sure that you incorporate this as a part of you keeping up with the cash flowing through your business, being able to keep up with these different, requirements of you quarterly paying your taxes. If not, keep up with this just monthly and basically weekly. Just keep up with what's going on in your business, and then that will determine too, okay, what do I need to do? I think I need to do a little bit more. I think I need to speed up, or I think I need to run a campaign. I think I need to do something. Let me come up with something to get more clients and, things like that. So when you're looking at your balance sheets and your income statements and all of those kind of things with your finances, that is going to be the lifeline of you bringing in that cash flow and you growing your business and you being profitable. So if you always know what's going on in your business, you won't meet the element of surprise. Balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement. We talk about more of this extensively in courses. So I won't get into here and bore you with this now, because we're just touching on, I'm just letting you know everything you're going to need to have a profitable business. You can't leave it out. If you do leave it out, then you're going to come short somewhere. And we don't want you to do that. Now, I told you about the teamwork to make the dream work. This is an additional to your team. You don't have to hire them, but you always want to build a relationship and find an attorney that's specializing in the business area that you're interested in or that you're going to be in. You want to make sure that you have someone that is going to be knowledgeable in that area, especially in the area of your niche. And then also a CPA, certified public accountant. You definitely want to have someone that's going to be able to help you to file those taxes, and to stay in compliance with, with the laws and the rules of you owning your business and having a business. You don't want to get in trouble with the IRS and have this beautiful big empire that you're going to build tumbling down because you didn't do what? You didn't appropriately do the things that you should do. Okay. Now, insurance agent. You would need an insurance agent, and an insurance agent, somebody would be good to know your liability, to help you with your liability, keeping you abreast on things like that, and even your life insurance policies. And, let's say, for instance, if you have an employees, if you're getting, your health care, you're having your health care, you having a part of healthcare as a health plan for your employees, you definitely want to get with an agent for that, and that's going to help you. So an insurance agent can be for that. An insurance agent can be for, finding, may need license and bonding for that, and then also the liability of your business of, to save and make sure your business is protected. So you definitely want to have that in place too. Now, a banker. You definitely want to build a relationship with a banker, because here again, we're not going to stay small. We're going to grow. You're going to form a relationship with a banker, so where they may know of some products that's coming up that may just fit you. But I would say build a relationship with a banker so you can grow and grow and grow and grow. Okay. And now I'm Biz Strategist Sandy, and here is the my contact information. If you would like to reach me, you can go to, I did not put that up there, I do apologize. If you're going to go to www.pushtodream.com, you can go there and find out, and you can reach me there. You can go down to the section where it tells you that if you want to get, if you want to be a part of the community and stay on the list of getting updates of anytime I have information to share with you, or even getting on the list to get, videos and learning educational materials that I don't have. It says, if you go to pushtodream.com, it will say, if you go to the section where it says, hold on one second, I'm going to tell you, it's get my weekly business tips here. So I have a lot of times I mostly like to, do videos, and because I help you explain it, help explain it better to you. And then I also make sure that I have, sometimes I have like, little booklets, PDF files and things like that, videos, or, let you know about a webinar or whatever the case may be. So those are some of the things that we're going to do. And mostly I'm on, my handles are Biz Strategist Sandy. Twitter, or shall I say X, I am Biz Builder Sandy. So you can find me on those platforms. And in TikTok, I am at Biz Strategist Sandy 7, and I'm on TikTok with Push to Dream too as well. So you can find me there. You can find me. There's a way you can, if you need my help, if you need my services, you can find me. You can reach me. So I hope that this clarifies some things, and it's got you to thinking a little bit deeper on building a legacy for you and your family, because your job is not going to be able to be left to nobody but the people in the companies that you work for. So I would advise you to think about it and build your enterprise, build your wealth. So here again, just wanted to share this with you. I hope that it's something that's going to help you to kind of think a little bit deeper and get into the nitty-gritty of building a business. Okay. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.